Tell me if you really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year.
Okay, pile number one. If you are here, that means you want your extended reading for your pregnancy reading and your messages from your spirit baby. So now we're going to get into it. We're going to start off with the Goddess Power Oracle deck, and then we'll use the Voice of the Souls Oracle deck, and then use the Starseed Oracle deck, and maybe end off with the Rose Oracle deck, but we'll see. Okay, but what messages do we have for pile number one from the spirit baby? We have home in reverse. We have potential in reverse. Okay. We have mastery upright. And we have secrets and wise leadership, both in reverse. Okay. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have devotion in reverse. So, devotion being in reverse at the bottom of the deck is basically telling you that you need to devote yourself to something that is stable, that is healthy, that is like, you know, of the Lord, like the Lord and Savior. Like, go get baptized or confirmed or something, you know, like figure out your religion or like your practices that you can stay true to and devote yourself to that and believe in that, right? Even if you don't believe in the 3D version of marriage, believe in the spiritual side of marriage, and believe that it is a spiritual bond and contract between you and like another soul, where you guys are both devoting yourself to each other, and not to that physical person, but to the soul of that person, and then beyond that, devote yourself to, like, you guys, from you signing that spiritual contract within marriage, you're devoting yourself to Christ or your Lord and Savior, no matter how it shows up, whether it's Allah, God, the universe, spirit, source energy, Buddha, whatever, like, no matter whatever you want to call it, find something that is of love and light, and, you know, not toxic or low vibrational, and like devote yourself to that. Okay, with the home being in reverse, secrets in reverse, and wise leadership in reverse, potential okay, home in reverse is basically saying that you don't have a stable home for this baby, and this baby does not want to be born into something that's so unstable, right? Secrets in reverse is basically saying that, one, you need to learn how to keep things to yourself. Maybe you just talk too much, and like you're a gossiper, you're full of gossip and things like that, but that needs to be cut out. And then plus, yeah, you're quick to spill people's tea, and then on top of that, it's just like you also have too many negative secrets that you need to confess to, repent, and then heal. Potential in reverse is this baby will not be able to fulfill its full potential if they was come in right now, because there would just be a lot of jealousy, a lot of toxicity. You won't be able to nurture this baby and teach them how to love themselves and embrace themselves the way that they need to for them to reach their full potential and fulfill their destiny if they was to come through right now, because you also have a lot of jealousy within you, a lot of insecurities, like you have not fulfilled your full potential, have not reached your full potential. So if this baby was to come in and you would just see that this baby flourishing and striving to reach their full potential, you would do everything in your power to try to diminish this baby and make them feel small so you can feel better about yourself. And or you'll coddle this baby and not really because you'll have this baby come in at this because you just feel lonely and you want somebody to love you and you want somebody to be there for you, instead of actually wanting this baby here so you can pour into somebody. You want this baby so they can pour into you, basically. You want this baby for them to be your savior, instead of you having this baby for you to save them and help them reach their full potential. So that's not why you have children. And then also with wise leadership in reverse, like you don't know how to take care of a child. You don't know how to love a child. You don't know how to lead a child, how to lead. You haven't fulfilled your purpose. Like I said, you haven't fulfilled your full potential. You haven't fulfilled your purpose. So you wouldn't even be able to lead this baby to get there. Maybe you never went to school. Maybe you dropped out of high school. Maybe you are working at a job, like a dead-end job, something like that. And this is not to bash you or anything like that. What I'm saying is to take a look at yourself. Stop being so focused on the child, and focus on building yourself up to be the type of person that can take care of this child, that this child will look up to. You know, maybe you need to go back to school. Maybe you need to get a better career. You know, maybe you need to get another job. Maybe you need to love yourself more. Maybe you need to take better care of yourself. Whatever the case is, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. But you need to do what you need to do in order to make this, in order to love yourself enough and see value in yourself enough that no matter what this baby was to come and do and want to do in life, you will support them and love them, because, and you wouldn't try to push them in some certain direction or try to hold them back or whatever the case is. Because, and you'll just support them and lead them and guide them to the best version of themselves that they can possibly be, that they want to be, because you have already reached mastery in your own life where they feel they can just look up to you, and you encourage them and motivate them because they want to be like you when they grow up. Right? You have to be the type of person that you needed when you was a child, because when you have this baby is going to need you. So you need to be that person you needed, so then your baby can have that person that you needed. Okay, I'm going to pull from the Voice of the Souls oracle. Okay, I love the way these cards are flipping out today. Duality. Take one more card from this deck. Okay, we have anger. And then we have reproach. Okay, yeah, I feel like you're angry about things. And it's duality. Like, yes, we understand that terrible things happen. Terrible things do happen, but terrible things happen so you can learn that you don't ever want anybody else to experience the same thing you experienced. So if you experience that, why would you bring a baby into this world knowing that you will make that baby experience the same thing that you experienced, if not worse? You know, if you grew up in poverty, why would you bring, and you hated it, you thought that life was hard and you're like bitter about life now, why would you have a baby, or why would you want to have a baby still living in poverty when you knew that that wasn't the life that you desired growing up, and you wasn't able to have all the things that you wanted or enjoy the things that you wanted to enjoy? You know, so heal that drama, that anger you have in yourself, the trauma you have in yourself, and build yourself up to somebody who can create a better life for your child, so then you can have this child and have the child live a better life. Stop repeating the same cycles and the same patterns and create something better. Activated earth, power plays, lead lines, trust where you're led. And then we also have earthed. That's not a word. Learning how to be human in the world but not of it. You're going to have to live a lifestyle that no one else around you or who you grew up with has lived, because everybody else is comfortable living that lifestyle, or they don't see the fact that they can live a better lifestyle, or they don't believe in the fact that they can create something better for themselves. But you're going to have to believe in yourself and work towards the better, not for you, if not for you, then for your child. Okay, because your child is asking for better. Your child is asking for you to ascend. Your child is asking for you to be activated and to allow God, the universe, Allah, whatever the case is, to lead you to the next path in life, the next level of life. Trust the timing, trust the way you came in. Time is not running out. Okay, and you still have time. Like, yes, your parents grew you up in this world at a certain level, but that doesn't mean that that's the level or the lifestyle or the class that you have to grow up in for the rest of your life. We also have the 7 star sisters, birthing, creations, tapestry of life, expression, and it came out in reverse. So maybe you don't have a close relationship with your family, so you want this baby so you can feel as though you have some sense of family, and it's you will have it. We're not saying that you can't have it, we're just saying that you need to get to a point where you understand that you can't just depend on this baby, because That's how babies, and that's what babies grow up to be humans. They grow up to be people. And if you coddle this child, their relationships will end up being stressed, or like end up, what do you call it, their growth, their development, and their relationships will all be, what's that word, hindered because of your attachment to them. Okay, so you need to learn how to depend on yourself, how to be an adult, how to be a mother and or a father, and before you have this child come in, and be able to be a provider, a nurturer, and not a, sorry, this is gonna sound a little harsh, but not a leech. Okay, there's a guy I dated, and his mom, you can tell his mom, he was the mom's first child, and she had him young. I think she was like 16 or something. She was not even legal yet, and still 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's still young to have children, like whether you're married or not, you know, because you're still building yourself as a person. Like, you just graduate college if you went to college type thing, and you know it's the first year of working if you like finished in the 4 years. So it's like she depended on him for like everything. She kind of treated him as if that was her man, and that's an unhealthy relationship. And there's a lot of teen moms or baby mamas who treats their children like that, and that's unhealthy. That is not what a child is. Your child is your child. Stop treating your child as if they're your man, and as if they're supposed to be the one taking care of you. Okay, I also saw a Twitter post where it was like listing, they told men to list like the order of importance: mom, daughter, wife. And sorry, my battery died, but I'm about to wrap up this reading anyway. But yeah, it was they told men to like rate the order of importance, or like which one comes first from mom, daughter, and wife. And there was a lot of moms in that comment section who was like, why are the men saying like putting their mom last? And then there was men who was saying that their mom goes first, and then there was a lot of men who were saying their wife goes first. Wife, daughter, mom. And personally, I think it's wife, daughter, mom, because first of all, if it comes to the point where you guys are married now, once you marry that person, that is you guys creating your own family, right? Then your daughter comes from you, but then your daughter, and this is the explanation that a lot of men will like had themselves. So these are probably the men that are married with a daughter, or the men who will end up married in a healthy relationship and really happy. And the moms that were saying, oh, why are people putting the mom last, are probably the baby mamas or the teen moms and things like that, right? The people who depend on their son to be their husband, basically, right? Because the husband doesn't treat them right, or the husband's beating them, or whatever the case is. So the men who's paying the wife, daughter, mom are saying that the wife, I'm deciding to start my own family with them. The daughter, yes, I love them. However, eventually she's going to grow up and she will become a woman, and she'll end up married to her own husband, and then that husband will take care of her and put her first. And then the mom is somebody else's wife. So it's not his job to put his mom first. It's his dad's job or the mom's wife's job in order to put the mom first. So the wife, he puts the wife first because he is all the wife has, basically, right? Because he's the only one to put the wife first, because yes, the wife is somebody else's daughter, but whoever's daughter that wife is, so the wife's father will put the wife's mother first, because the wife's mother is the wife's father's wife, if that makes sense. So it's like, whoever you marry is who you're deciding to have that family with. So that's the person who always goes first. Then the person that you're giving birth to will go next, because you gave birth to that is your seed, that is your offspring. But eventually that person will grow up and have their own person that they're going to pick first. And then the person you came from, yes, they are very important to you, and yes, you love them, and at a point in their life they were the most important person to you, because you didn't have a wife and you didn't have a daughter. So they were the most important person. But once that person enters your life, and then you decide, yes, you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, the person who you came from is no longer the most important anymore, because you have other people that is coming and taking that place, because the person who gave birth to you has the role as most important and first priority to somebody else. Okay, so you need to understand that That is what you need to learn. The order of which importance comes from, and that's part of the reason why you need to get married before you have children. So then you can be somebody's priority, so you won't feel the need to have this be this child's priority, and you won't leech off of this child because you'll have a husband and a wife that you're feeding into equally, because you guys are both each other's first priority. And if you guys have children, which will come after your wife, after your spouse, however, they will still be very important to you. Okay, but those are all the messages I have for you, part number 1. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my Patreon and my platforms with all your friends, family, offspring, classmates, and colleagues. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. If you have the bougie AF child that is not even born yet, then this is the reading for you. And I'm not even mad at your baby, because honestly, this is probably my baby, because same. Absolutely same. Okay, my child better come out bougie and wanting all these things, because I'm not doing all this work for nothing. Like, yes, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for my baby, you know? I want my baby to be like this. Here, no, like, I need my baby to be stuck up and bougie, so the father, my husband, and the baby's father can know what's up. Okay, be like, you really just birthed out another version of you. Yes, I did. And what of it? And he gonna be like, nothing. I'm so happy, because I love her so very, I love you so very much, so I'm gonna love my baby even more. I'll be like, yeah, that's what I thought. Per. Anyway. Okay, so first card we have is the in-between in reverse. So like I was saying, they don't want to have to hear no. They don't want anything to be questions. They want to be able to live that lifestyle, baby. We have beauty in reverse. Ooh. This baby might have a little bit of insecurities when it comes to their physical appearance, so you'll have to teach them self-love. This is going on top of the Empress card, so you're gonna have to teach them self-love, wise leadership. Yeah, so you have to work on, you know, your self-esteem and make sure. And then we have fortune. What was I telling you? I told you they want to be rich. Goddess Lakshmi, okay? But yeah, so you'll have to be the leader to teach them, like, yes, you're very beautiful. They will probably want to know how to do like their makeup and things like that very young, which is nothing wrong with that. Or it's either that, or they're not going to be into makeup and things like that at all, and just do it for when they're performing and things like that. But yeah, they're going to basically follow your lead. So whatever it is that you're into, they're going to be into, because they're going to want to be you, basically, because they look up to you so much, and they love you and cherish you and value you so much. They, like, when people ask them, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up, they're like, I want to be just like mommy when I grow up, basically. Especially because your husband is going to love you so much and value you and cherish you so much that the baby is going to want to be loved like how you're loved by their father. So then they're going to want to be like you and look like you and act like you and behave like you, so then they can receive love like how you receive love. Kind of cute though. Then we have physical pain in reverse. So this baby doesn't want to be abused. So like physical discipline, as in like beating your child, things like that, they don't want to have to actually experience that. Then we have message of freedom in reverse. What does that mean? Clarify it with another card, please. Oh my gosh, like you're giving me 6 cards. It's not me in reverse. And then okay, and then you, and then reproach. Use upright, reproach is in reverse. Okay, so, and then source. So this child is going to need like a lot of help. They might need, okay, they might have mental illnesses. They could also, God forbid, and trigger warning, have like an eating disorder or something like that growing up. They could struggle with loving themselves. This could be from being in the limelight from such a young age. So when you're in the limelight at a young age, you get a lot of criticism and you get a lot of opinions coming in. So that could lead to this person feeling as though they're not enough, feeling as though they're not good at what they do, even though they are. And a lot of it is just coming from hate. But they could be getting like a lot of messages of jealousy, basically. So like, because they grow up rich and they grow up getting everything they want, and they grow up being in the limelight and having a lot of success from the time like before they're even able to walk, you know, they're born with a trust fund and things like that. People are going to be like, oh, what did they do to deserve all this? This person's not even talented, yada yada yada. And it's just like a bunch of hate and jealousy and judgment being poured this person's way. And as a young child, it's a lot to take in. So you might want to, I don't know, limit how much internet they're able to like absorb, or like how much comments they're able to read and things like that. Like censor and monitor what they're able to like read basically, and then just teach them how to love themselves, teach them that a lot of people are just jealous, and that a lot of people just want what they have and are upset at the fact that they weren't able to be born with it because their parents didn't prepare for them the way that you prepared for your child. And that it's not them, even though they're going to blame themselves and they're going to internalize it, but you have to teach them and reteach them that it's not them, that, and show them that, you know, even you get hate, even though you're, you know, they look up to you and they think you're perfect, but you still receive hate and people are still jealous of you. So it's just something that is natural for people who are gorgeous, people who are successful, people who are wealthy, people who have everything that society wants. That's kind of just like what it is, and that just because you receive this hate doesn't mean you don't deserve the lifestyle you live, and that, you know, doesn't mean that what they're saying is true. You have to teach them to love themselves regardless of what society and the world is saying, and teach them to focus their energy on the people who do love them, the people who do support them, and the people who do see their value and their talent and actually, like, you know, likes them and supports them. Everybody receives hate, you know, whether you're famous or you're not. And if you focus on the hate, all you'll see is hate. But if you focus on the love, all you see is love. So just teach them how to focus on the love. And then I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle deck for some more messages from your spirit baby. Okay, so we have the Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time in reverse. Yeah, so this baby wants to be raised in like a spiritual household, where it's like they don't randomly come across these things like later on in life. They want to be raised knowing about tarot readings, about Reiki healing, about meditation, about journaling, about being one with self, about affirmations and subliminals. Like they want to grow up learning how to be healthy, how to be connected to spirit, how to communicate with spirit, and things like that. We the Hathens, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. Like literally they just want to be just like you growing up. So if you're somebody who's very close to the divine, the universe, then they want to grow up being just like that as well. Oh my gosh. Let me take them back. Okay. We have Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. So your baby is coming down to learn lessons on Earth. However, they're not supposed to learn the lessons of tragedy and trauma. They're supposed to learn high lessons so they can ascend further. They're supposed to bypass those lessons so they can learn higher level lessons. We have Lost Lands, Soul Memories, and Gifts. You've done this before because they've been here before. They are highly extended spirits and souls. So they're going to be old souls when they come down to this earth. And the lessons of like poverty and trauma and turmoil, they already learned those in past lessons. They already passed those life lessons basically, and the lesson in this life is to ascend in the lessons of like abundance, creating generational wealth, learning how to overcome what's the word, I can never, how to overcome opposition, basically, how to overcome how to love themselves to an extent, like see themselves as a god or a goddess, see themselves as the highest vibrating creature, highest vibrating soul, so they can ascend, so their soul can continue to ascend and reach like the seventh density, and then become one with the universe again. Their soul lesson, their soul purpose is to bring heaven on earth and bring peace on earth. So then they can ascend and then become one with God again, become one with source. So if you was to bring them into like trauma and things like that, that would kind of just halt or slow down the life lesson, which is why they want to be born into peace. They want to be born into wealth and fortune and basically a trust fund, like be a trust fund baby and a nepo baby, so then they can bypass the trauma and bypass like the hurt and the turmoil and having to work for money and things like that. Like they already passed that, because you brought them into the world. Well, one, they passed that in past life, which is why they're gonna come into this life already bypassing that, and then just continue learning lessons beyond that, basically. But pile number 2, those are your messages. I hope they resonated. If it did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my Patreon and my YouTube channel, my platforms with your friends, family, colleagues, and teammates and classmates. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. This is your extended reading. So like, let's just get right into it. I'm actually like pretty tired. I've been recording all day and I have a headache, and I still have to record one more video for you guys today, which will be your wedding night. You know, it's 18 plus, and it's just for my Patreon members, so I'm kind of excited for that. So yeah, let's get into this reading. Okay, what messages does the Quantum 3 Spirit Baby have? I'm pulling from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. Okay, so we have focus. Okay, and we also have patterns in reverse. Okay, so your baby is going to be focused. This baby is coming in to break generational curses. And then we have truth in reverse. And bring anything that has like any secrets or lies that have been created, or illusions or delusions that have been created throughout the years and generations to light. Basically, they're gonna bring truth back. They're gonna be very focused on personal growth and family dynamics, and also very focused on healing things of the past. So basically, say like, okay, say like they're born into the family and you weren't married first, or say like your parents were married or something like that, or they weren't born into wealth, or like you guys didn't create a stable foundation for them before they came. They're going to heal that. Or even if it's not your family, they're going to show the world what it's like they're going to be healing the world and not just like just your family, by leading from example. And they're going to be breaking patterns and making people see their wrongs in the things that they're doing, and wanting to fix their patterns as well. Not by telling them, oh, you're wrong and you need to fix this, but by showing them another way of life, showing them that it's possible for even like, you know, the average person. And then, yeah, basically leading by example, and then making other people want it as well, making that life look desirable for other people to want it. We also have submission. They want me to put it upright. This person will also just be really submissive. Yeah, this person's gonna care a lot about like marriage life. We have secrets in reverse, and what was I telling you about them bringing secrets to light and like lies and deceit? They're going to be revealing those things. We have physical pain in reverse, and then we have message of peace. Yeah, so healing the pain that the world feels in communication through showing, like they'll have a lot of eyes on them basically. So whether it's like, oh, you do social media and say you do like lifestyles, and then when you have a family, like you're vlogging and documenting, you know, their life growing up, or say you're like Beyonce. Hi Beyonce, if you're watching this, like, how you doing, girl? Hit me up, you know, we can be best friends. But so you're Beyonce, so like your children grows up in the limelight and things like that, and then you see like, okay, like say you're a minority, black people can grow up having nepotism too, and it's not just white people, you know, black people can grow up privileged too. Like Blue Ivy, as soon as she wanted to be a star, her mom was like, okay girl, here's the stage, and she was performing and sold out shows all across the world from the time she's like, how old is she, like 13, like if even, you know. So like basically it's kind of like that, like you're healing the world and bringing balance to the world from being yourself. And this baby is also doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pull from the star. That was the Voice of the Souls oracle, and I'm pulling from the Starseed oracle deck. We have the Void, Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Moon. So people are going to want to stop your progress. People are going to try to stop your baby as well and discourage you guys from doing this. Earth, school, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. And then we also have the Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time. And then we have Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe. So yeah, your baby will be micromanaged by the universe, but on top of that, they will kind of control the universe and like rule the universe. So I'm relighting my incense because it went out. But like, think about Beyonce when Beyonce says world stop, the world stops. And then when she says carry on, the world carries on. So that's the power your baby will have, or you have, and then that's what you have, this power which causes your baby, when they're born to the world, they will have this type of power where everybody wants to see them succeed, except for the haters who will want to try to stop you. Like, your haters will be your child's haters, your fans will be your child's fans. So anybody who wants to see you fail, they will want to see your baby fail and like try to stop you and your baby. Anybody who wants to see you succeed will want to see you and your baby succeed, right? So your baby's mission here on earth is to look over the opposition. And there was just like an angel just like passed by. Is to look past that, to see to be more so focused on the higher realms and the higher lessons in life than, jealousy and things like that, and envy. Because clearly people are going to be envious of them. Clearly people are going to be jealous of them because of how successful you are as their parent. And then they're going to be born into success and they'll be a Nepo baby. So then people are going to be upset at the fact that this person has all this money and all this success and they haven't even worked for it and they were just born into it and yada 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 and all that stuff and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And blah blah and blah. Because why are you mad that somebody was born to success? Why are you mad that they didn't have to fight and beg and put the blood, sweat, and tears into getting breadcrumbs like you did? Shouldn't you be happy that you see people like you being able to live a good life, or that you're able to see a child live a good life, but you want them to live in poverty? You want them to beg for scraps? Like, yeah, so you're gonna have to teach this child that, like, you're gonna show them and teach them that there are going to be people that are always gonna be envious of them. Don't focus on that. Focus on God or the light. Focus on source, whatever the case is, and reach higher and soar higher. Because from this child being born to success and fame and fortune, they're gonna be able to change the world. And it's not even just for them. It's for them to be able to have the access to help people that look like them. So if you're a minority, right, which you don't necessarily have to, but if you're a minority and you don't see a lot of people like you at the top, you don't see a lot of people like you that look like you with money, you don't see a lot of people that look like you that have these privileges and these opportunities, because your child was born into it. Your child has more time to pour into, more time and energy and resources to pour into helping other people get there as well. They can start from the time they're born, giving people opportunities and finances and resources to also be successful. They're also showing people that look like them that you could be born a Nepo baby as well. And it's not just because of the color of their skin that, it's not just people who look like one skin tone or whatever the case is that can be born into nepotism and be born with money. That you also, a minority, can also be born with that as well. You just have to work for it, like your parents or whatever, or you have to work for it so you can give that to your children or whatever the case is, right? So you're going to be showing people and like awakening people, and this child is going to be awakening people from and healing the world and healing the minorities that look like you from just living and experiencing what it is that you was able to provide for them before they even came onto this world. Okay, but those are the messages that I have for you, Lord. Well, pile 3. Those are the messages I have for you, pile 3. I hope they resonated. If they did, make sure that you are sharing and putting me on to your friends, family, classmates, teammates, and colleagues, so they can also subscribe to my Patreon and my YouTube channel and follow me on the rest of my platforms. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
If he really cares.